Hello, in today's video we will discuss about vitamin B9, which is called as folic acid, which is a very essential vitamin for our body, and it's a water-soluble vitamin. So in today's video we will discuss about vitamin B9. So let's start. So the word folic acid is derived from Latin word folium, which means leaf, and it is also isolated from the leafy vegetables like spinach. Now what is folic acid? So folic acid is a synthetic water-soluble vitamin which is used in supplements and fortified foods. It is a man-made version of folate, a naturally occurring B vitamin found in many foods. Our body cannot make folate, so it must be obtained through dietary intake. Although the word folate and the folic acid are often used interchangeably, these vitamins are distinct. Synthesized folic acid differs structurally from folate and has slightly different biological effect in the body. Both are considered to contribute to an adequate dietary intake. Folate is found in a number of plants and animal foods, including spinach, kale, broccoli, avocado, citrus fruits, eggs, and beef liver. Now next we will discuss about the brief history behind folic acid, that who is a researcher of this vitamin B9 and what is the history behind vitamin B9, that is folic acid. So let's talk about the history behind folic acid. So the nutritional benefits for the folic acids were first observed by researcher Lucy Bills in 1931 while she was researching anemia in pregnant textile workers in Bombay, India. It was here that she discovered that treating these patients with yeast and liver extract cured the anemia. This extract was called the Bills factor. But it wasn't until late in the 1930s that folates, a compound with the same vitamin activity including naturally occurring folate and the folic acid, were discovered to be the active agent in the cure of anemia. So folic acid was first isolated from spinach in 1941 and synthesized in pure crystalline form by Bob Stockstad in 1943. So this was the brief history behind vitamin B9. Now next we will discuss about the structure of vitamin B9, that is folic acid. So folic acid is composed of three large subcomponents. These are the petridine ring, para-aminobenzoic acid, and glutamic acid. Here glutamic acid is an amino acid that the body can actually synthesize by itself and is found in proteins. Folic acid gets its name from the Latin word folium, means leaf, as we have already discussed. Since it's found in many leafy plants, this fully oxidized form is not found naturally, but what is used in supplements. Reduced polyglutamates are what are found in plants and animal food. So this was all about the structure of folic acid. Now next we will talk about what is the role of folic acid in pregnancy and how pregnancy is correlated with folic acid. So let's discuss about folic acid and pregnancy. So, it is now widely accepted that folic acid deficiency in the mother is a major cause of birth defects in the baby, especially neural tube defects, that is antides, and the most common of these being spina bifida anencephaly. Spina bifida is when the baby is born with an exposed spinal cord, and anencephaly is when the bone covering the cerebral cortex fails to develop. The neural tube is the early spinal cord found in the embryo, which forms 28 days after conception. Because this is in pregnancy, most antides develop before women realize they are pregnant, and therefore too late to do anything about it. There are a number of prenatal tests that are carried out during pregnancy to test for antides, which, if discovered normally, leads to termination of the pregnancy. So, due to the early development of antides in fetus, it is important that women wanting to conceive should increase their folic acid intake before they conceive, as well as during the first 12 weeks of pregnancy, that is in the first trimester of pregnancy. Folate deficiency is said to increase the chances of getting cancer of the brain, cancer of the cervix, cancer of the lungs, and cancer of the colon. Folate plays an important role in DNA synthesis, and it has been hypothesized that a lack of folate will cause mutations and DNA strand breakage, which leads to cancer. Now next we will discuss about mechanism of folic acid in human body or outside the human body. So let's discuss about mechanism of folic acid, that is vitamin B9, which is a very essential vitamin. So folic acid is an essential nutrient which is necessary for protein and nucleic acid synthesis, that is DNA and RNA we are talking about here. So folic acid is synthesized by bacteria from the substrate para-amino benzoic acid, that is PABA, PABA. And all the cells require folic acid for growth. Folic acid, as a vitamin in food, diffuses or is transported into mammalian cells. However, folic acid cannot cross bacterial cell wall by diffusion or active transport. For this reason, bacteria must synthesize folic acid from PABA, PABA. Sulfonamides acts by competing with PABA, PABA as a substrate for the enzyme dihydropyruvate synthase, which incorporate PABA into dihydropyruvic acid, the immediate precursor of folic acid. Sulfonamides are bacteriostatic, inhibiting dihydrofolate reductase activity, which is necessary for purine and pyrimidine nucleotide synthesis. These are present in DNA and RNA. They also inhibit folic acid synthesis, but at a different point in the metabolic pathways from sulfonamide. Pyruvate synthase is not present in mammalian cells, whereas pyrimethamine and trimethoprim are most active against the parasitic dihydrofolate reductase than against the mammalian enzymes. So this was all about the mechanism of folic acid. Now next, We will discuss about what causes folate deficiency in human being. So let's discuss about what causes folate deficiency. So as we all know that folate or the folic acid is a water-soluble vitamin. It dissolves in water and is not stored in your fat cells. This means that you need to keep taking folate as your body can't develop a reserve. Means you have to take it from outside sources. Your body cannot make itself. Just like vitamin B12, we have to take it from outside. So people release excess amount of water-soluble vitamins in the urine. The causes of folate deficiency include: first, diet. A diet which is low in fresh fruits, vegetables, and fortified cereals is the main cause of the folate deficiency. In addition, overcooking your food can sometimes destroy the vitamin. Folate levels in your body can become low in just a few weeks if you don't eat enough folate-rich food. So this was the first cause, that is diet. Now second cause, that is disease. So diseases that affects absorption in the GIT tract can cause folate deficiencies. Such diseases includes Crohn's disease, celiac disease, and certain type of cancers, severe kidney problems that require dialysis. Third cause, that is genetics. Some people have a genetic mutation that hinders their body from properly and efficiently converting dietary or the supplement folate to its usable form, that is methylfolate. This was includes next cause, that is excessive alcohol intake. Alcohol interferes with the folate absorption. It also increases folate excretion through the urine, which is very harmful for the body. So this was all about what are the causes, what is the basic etiology behind folate or the folic acid deficiency, what are the causes. So we have discussed about them. Next, we will discuss about what are the various sources of vitamin B9 through which we can recover our body from this particular vitamin deficiency, that is vitamin B9. So the different sources here are: first, legumes. It can be gram, it can be pea, it can be chickpea. So these are the various type of legumes you can take for recovery of this particular type of vitamin deficiency. Now next source is asparagus. Asparagus contain a concentrated amount of many vitamins and minerals including folate. Next, eggs. And the next is green leafy vegetables or leafy greens. Next, beetroot. Next source is citrus fruits. And next is sprouts. And the last source for the vitamin B9 is broccoli. So this was all about the sources of vitamin B9. Now next, we will discuss about what are the health benefits of folic acid. And later on we will discuss about what are the deficiencies if you will not take folic acid. And right now we are discussing about why folic acid is essential for your body, why you have to take it daily. That is the health benefits of taking folic acid. So let's start. The first benefit is it is one of the most common uses of folic acid and folate supplement in the prevention of birth defects in pregnancy. As we have already discussed, that is neutral tube defect including spina bifida and anencephaly, when a baby is born with a part of its brain or skull. Maternal folate status is a predictor of neural tube defect risk. which has led to national public health policies regarding folic acid supplementation for women who are or may become pregnant. So this is the first health benefit of taking folic acid. Now second benefit. Researchers have shown that low level of folate are associated with poor brain functions and an increased risk of dementia, means forgetfulness, difficulty in concentration. Even normal but low folate levels are associated with an increased risk of mental impairment in older adults. Studies has demonstrated that folic acid supplements may improve brain functions in those with mental impairment and help treat Alzheimer's disease. Next health benefits of taking folic acid, that is adjuncting treatment of mental health disorders. People with depression has been shown to have lower level of folate than people without depression. Studies has shown that folic acid and folate supplements may reduce depressive symptoms when used in conjugation with antidepressant medications. Next health benefits of taking folic acid, that is reduction of heart diseases risk factors. Supplementing with folate-based supplements including folic acid may help improve heart health and reduce your risk of heart disease risk factors. Having elevated level of amino acids, homocysteine is associated with an increased risk of developing heart diseases. Blood level of homocysteine are determined by both nutritional and genetic factors. Next health benefits of folic acid is diabetes. Folate-based supplements may help improve blood sugar control, that is diabetes mellitus we are talking about here. Reduce insulin resistance and enhance cardiovascular function in those who are suffering from diabetes mellitus. So these are the various health benefits of taking folic acid in your daily life. Now, if you will not take folic acid in the appropriate amount for your body, then what it can cause. So next, what are the symptoms of folate deficiencies? Now we will talk about deficiency. That what are the signs and symptoms through which one can know that they are suffering from this particular type of vitamin deficiency, that is vitamin B9 folic acid. So let's discuss about the deficiency signs and symptoms. So first sign you can see, that is fatigue. Next, gray hairs. Next, mouth sores. Next, tongue swelling. And next there is growth problems. And the symptoms of anemia that occurs due to folate deficiency includes persistent fatigue, weakness, lethargic, pale skin, shortness of breath, that is dyspnea, irritability. So this was all about signs and symptoms, or you can say clinical features of vitamin B9 deficiency. By knowing these symptoms and signs, one can access whether they are suffering from this particular type of vitamin deficiency or not. So that's all for signs and symptoms. Now next, so that's all for today. In today's video, we have discussed about a very essential vitamin for our body, especially for the pregnancy, which plays a very important role in the growth of the baby and the various defects from which a baby can suffer if a mother has a deficiency of vitamin B9, that is folic acid. So we have discussed about its mechanism, its history, what are the signs and symptoms, and what are the basic etiologies or the causes behind folic acid deficiency. And we have also discussed about the sources, that what you can take to get rid of this particular vitamin deficiency. And lastly, we have discussed about the clinical feature, that is the sign and symptoms of the deficiency of vitamin B9, that is folic acid, or you can say folate. So that's all for today. See you guys in our next video. Till then, stay connected with us and don't forget to subscribe our channel, and thanks for watching our video.